Hi, welcome back to the channel. Just another little video in the ongoing series of tinkering and doing little jobs on the Austin pickup. So today we're going to be looking at the wheels and how skinny the tyres are and how wide I'd like them to be. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so what we're looking at today, it's not a job that is an issue with the pickup or even needs to be done. It's more a thing that I quite fancy doing. And what it is this, the wheels on these are very skinny. As you can see, you know, it's almost ridiculously thin tyres compared with what modern cars have on. Now I know it's not a modern car. There's plenty of room there on the wheel arch, so what I'm thinking is I'd just like to improve the look of it by putting slightly wider tyres on there. Obviously there's going to be benefits as far as road holding and things, but these things don't go fast enough to worry about that anyway. So the tyres that are actually on would be adequate for what this vehicle will be doing. But my thoughts are upgrade the wheels and upgrade the tyres. So anyway, what I've done, I've got some tyres here. Now these are 14-inch tyres, but they happen to be 195 70/14s, which are a lot bigger than the 145s that are on there. As you can see, I put it next to it. You know, that kind of fills out the space a bit better. And if we look at it from behind there, there's a bit of a difference. So that's the idea, is I've got myself some tyres that size, so I'm going to use them. I mean, I imagine 185s are probably more suitable, but I've got these 195s, so there's what's going to go on. So same size diameter rim, but obviously the wall of the tyre and the width of the tyres slightly different, so I think they'll fill out the arches a lot better. I'll look a bit better than what's on there, in my opinion. I've got two of those tyres. The front tyres, or the front wheels, you can get wider wheels to go around. A lot of people do fit them all the way around, but I kind of like the bigger wheels on the back and the smaller ones on the front. It may be an old hot rod and boy racer thing from the past that's kind of making me think that, but that's my thinking, is like keep them slightly smaller on the front as they are now, maybe, or slightly upgrade them, and then put the bigger ones on the back. But as I say, I'm not planning to do anything straight away on the front. I'll get the back sorted first, and then we'll look at that and decide what's to go there. These pickups should have, I think it's 4.5-inch wheels, but these ones that are on are pretty much the Morris 1000 Saloon. So the smaller ones, it's actually like the wrong wheels for the pickup, from what I can tell. They should be slightly wider than they are, so, but I think somebody in the past just gone and got a set of standard wheels and fitted them on here, because they don't appear to be the slightly bigger ones that the commercials had, the vans and some of the pickups and things. So hence the upgrade. The tyres are pretty short anyway, so I was going to be getting 4 new tyres anyway, so I might as well upgrade as I go along. So I've got the wheels are here. I'm going to just unbox them and have a little look. Those look nice. So that's the wheel. They're 5.5 wide. So they've sort of got a bit of a deep dish look to them here. Apart from that, they're just the standard wheels. Take the hubcap back as normal. They're only available in a sort of cream old English white colour or the silver. But I'm actually fancying doing them black on this pickup. So these might get painted before the tyres get mounted. I think I'm going to try that on and just see how it looks before we go any further as far as painting or anything. I'll just fit it up and see how it goes. The other thing about these is they're fully welded the insert here, so you can run tubeless tyres, which is better than the old riveted ones, a bit stronger. So yeah, so far they look okay. We've got quite a nice look to them. So I think I'll jack this up, pull the wheel off, and we'll just have a little look, see what it's like. These actually have a code on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a part number just there on these. And this one is LP, looks like 902, which I think from memory when I looked before, it showed that was just a standard rim and not the slightly wider commercial one. So even without a tyre, that actually looks better. Plenty of room against the spring there, so there's no issues there, and it's still tucked well inside the arch. So there'll be no issues with the tyres, even though that 195 is slightly wider than the 185 I was originally thinking about using. So that's the original. That's skinny tyres. I mean, the silver looks quite nice, but I do prefer sort of black wheels. I've seen a few vehicles with the black gloss wheels and they look quite good, especially with this being so bright, the yellow. So I think these will end up getting painted before I actually fit them. They're quite a nice wheel. So when you buy these wheels, they supply a centre cap, a new centre cap free. However, see if you can spot the obvious problem with that. There's a big M in the middle for Morris, and this is an Austin, believe it or not. So I don't know if I'll use those nice shiny new hubcaps with the M. I mean, I would do it, but I'm not overly bothered about it, but if the original ones go back on, then I think I might end up using them. So not in bad condition. So I've just pushed that tyre into roughly the position I think it'll be in when it's fitted, just to give us an idea. So it doesn't stick out or anything. It certainly looks a lot better, it fills the arch a lot better. So it's just, as I say, just roughly mocked up to where I think it's going to be, to give us an idea. Plenty, mainly check the clearance, plenty of clearance. It looks a bit better with a slightly wider tyre. Yeah, should look okay. So I think I've decided I definitely am going to paint the wheels black. So I'll have to just give them a light sand and apply some gloss on them and see what they look like. I think they'll be off okay. And if they're not, I'll just change them back again. It's not a major problem. So I need to get the wheels into the tyre fitter and get the tyres put on. As I said, these wider ones are just for the back for now, and I might just either paint the ones that are on for now, the ones with the best tyres, the original, or I might buy some of the 4.5 inch wide ones. I haven't quite decided. But I think in the meantime I'll get these wider ones mounted on the back with the 195 tyres, and I'll just quickly paint a couple of these wheels just so they'll match for now until I decide how I would upgrade the front ones. But I'm quite pleased with the finish. It looks okay, it looks quite nice with black and chrome together. So there we have it, I've got the wheels on. I think that's a definite improvement on the look. Just getting those slightly wider wheels on the back, looks really good. Quite pleased with that. I like the black and the chrome together. It's quite a nice look. Still got the original sort of feel to it, but just sort of beefed up a little bit. So as I say, I might replace these front ones at some point. That's just the original wheels on there, just give them a quick coat of paint. I may well replace them with something slightly wider. So I've got 5.5 inch on the back. Standard ones on here are 3, and you can get 4.5 inch wide. So at some point I might put them on, but I think it looks quite good at the moment. A little bit boy racery, having the bigger wheels on the back, but I quite like the look. A little bit more rubber on the road. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, please give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and then you'll get notifications of when another video comes out. It won't just be on this pickup. I've got an MGB GT as well, which features in a few videos, and there's a MGR V8, which is also in a couple of videos. Haven't done much to them both recently. However, there are some videos there, you can take a look. But the main thing is, if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great. It'd really help the channel out. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.